Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Orlando, and we are talking about, can real estate really change your life? I know you see it everywhere. I am telling you that, hey, get into real estate. It can really change your life. And I'm gonna do some reflection and tell you guys the way that real estate has changed my life and how it can change yours too. So let's start with number one. Number one is the power of choice. Guys, let me tell you what, power of choice is so big. And what do I mean by the power of choice? Well, the power of choice for me is being able to do what I want, when I want, with who I want. I have a choice of every time I wake up in the morning, what I want to do. If I decide in the middle of the day to go have lunch with a friend, I can do that. If I want to go to a Halloween party at my son's school, I can do that. If I want to take my daughter to the park or hang out with my wife, I can do that. The power of choice is extremely important to me, and I cannot fathom not having that ability. You know, at first, of course, it seems like something that's like, wow, I can't do that. I'm tethered to this job that I have, this W-2 job. I don't have any choice. I have to go to a job every day. I have to. But once you get out of that, if you get into real estate, you have the opportunities to have that power of choice. I love being able to go to each and every one of my son's wrestling matches. I love being able to take my son to school every day and pick him up. I love doing all of those things. So having that power of choice, you can have that too. Having that power of choice is really big. And once you're able to obtain that, you will understand exactly what I'm talking about too. So work towards that goal. It is extremely attainable, guys. It is very attainable. If I can do it, you can do it. That's how I love to look at it. I'm just a normal person just like you. So if I can attain it, you can too. So number two is financial freedom. Now, this is a word that's thrown around a lot. Everybody understands it. Everybody wants it. Everybody is trying to obtain it. Well, real estate for sure will give you this if you do it the right way. You have heard multiple times, especially with real estate, that cash flow is king. But let me tell you what else is king. Cash flow is king, appreciation is king, tax benefits is king when it comes to real estate. And we want to go after all of that. It's better to be able to have three things you can go after rather than one, but let's just talk about what the financial freedom allows you to do. When I first started doing real estate, one of the things that was like really mind-blowing was like me being able to have an extra $200 a month just from the cash flow itself. And now that may not seem like a lot of money, right? It may not seem like a lot of money, but it gives you that starting point of like, okay, if I can create $200 a month just off of this one property, what could I do with 10 properties? What could I do with multiple properties? And you just start thinking to yourself, if I add 10 more properties to this, I can make $2,000 extra a month. Now that seems like some real extraness, but let me tell you what, when you don't have a lot of money initially, $200 really puts, you can really do a lot with $200 extra. It comes along if you need it for gas. It comes along if you need the money to pay extra on something else. Give it to your kids, whatever you're going to do with it. It allows you to do that. But the biggest thing is it opens your eyes. It opens your eyes to see what your options are in the future if you add more properties to your portfolio. And that is really key. But the financial freedom portion of it, you will be able to get by adding more properties, understanding how to scale. And the more and more and more you do real estate, the more and more you're gonna get better at it. Practice makes perfect, right? Okay, so your first property, maybe you got $100 that month in profit. Your next property, 200. Maybe the next property after 300. Maybe you buy differently than you bought on your first property, and now you're making more in equity, but you're making less in cash. There's just so many ways to chop it up. But what I'm trying to say is, by the time that you get to your 10th property, you pretty much know exactly what you're doing. And that financial freedom goes hand in hand with the power of choice. If you're able to meet your needs of your food, housing, transportation, those things, then it becomes a lot easier for you to be able to move the way you want to move. It doesn't matter how that is. It doesn't matter if it's, maybe working 3 part-time and then having the rest of the time to do what you want to do. Whatever that is for you, it allows you to do that. Remember, financial freedom. A lot of times people think financial freedom means that you have to be uber rich. No, it means that it gives you the freedom to do what you want to do. Hence the name financial freedom. It opens the doorway for you to have freedom to do what you want to do. And that means covering your needs with maybe a little extra on top. And then the third way that real estate can change your life and has changed my life is value isn't linked to time. Now, what does that mean? That means that once you get good at real estate, just because you have made $20,000, $30,000 on doing a deal, that doesn't mean that it's actually linked to like 3 years. You can make thousands of dollars in weeks. You can become a flipper. You can become a buy and hold. You can make it in appreciation. You can make it in tax benefits. You can make it in cash flow. There's just so many ways that you can do it. And that's one thing that I love about real estate. If you buy right, you get instantaneous equity, you get instantaneous cash flow, all of these things. So once again, the value isn't linked to time. It's not like a job where you have to do the work and then you get paid for it. It's not that. It's not that. Now, you do have to do work, so I don't want to confuse people on that. There is work associated with real estate, but the value, the amount of money that you make isn't based on your time. It's not like you're going to make $20 an hour for every hour you put into real estate. It can be way beyond that. And what does that do for you? That means that the sky's the limit. That's what that means. That means if you could find a good deal, you could put it underneath your belt, you know that that area is going to boom, or you know that you can buy this property for cheap and, a C-class property in an A-plus neighborhood. All of these things, if you can find the right deals, you can skyrocket your net worth. You can skyrocket your cash flow. All these things are possible with real estate, guys. So once again, I hope you got value out of this content. If real estate has changed your life, please comment in the comment section. Ask any questions that you want to be answered in the comment section. I am happy to answer those questions. I need you to watch this next video also too, though, to help you get into your first rental property, to help you get your first and multiple properties, guys. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks.